I never imagined I would be the person who speaks up in a room full of powerful people. I was always the quiet one, the employee who showed up early, stayed late, and never caused problems. I believed hard work was enough. I believed loyalty mattered. I was wrong. I worked at a mid-sized tech company in the United States. It wasn't famous, it wasn't glamorous, but it paid the bills. The company talked a lot about culture, fairness, and transparency. Posters on the wall said things like teamwork makes the dream work and integrity is everything. At the center of all of this was my boss. I'll call him Mark. Mark was the kind of manager everyone trusted. He was confident, well-spoken, and always knew exactly what to say. Upper management loved him. HR praised him. New employees looked up to him. In meetings, he talked about equal opportunity and fairness like he truly believed it. I had been working under Mark for almost 4 years. I trained new hires. I handled responsibilities that were never in my job description. I skipped vacations. I answered emails late at night. Whenever deadlines were tight, I was the one staying behind. Yet, every time promotions were discussed, my name was never mentioned. Whenever I asked Mark about growth or a raise, his answer was always the same. He would smile and say the budget was tight. He would say timing wasn't right. He would say next quarter things would improve. I believed him. I wanted to believe him. But then something strange started happening. New employees were joining the company, and within months, they were earning more than me. Some of them asked me for help daily. I was training people who were paid significantly higher. That's when doubt crept in. One evening, I stayed late to finish a project. Almost everyone had already gone home. My inbox refreshed and an email appeared that clearly wasn't meant for me. It was from HR. There was an attachment, a spreadsheet. I hesitated, but curiosity won. I opened it. The file contained salary data, bonus structures, and internal compensation notes. At first, I felt uncomfortable looking at it. Then I saw my name. My salary was shockingly low compared to others in the same role. People with less experience, less responsibility, less workload. Then I saw Mark's name. That's when everything clicked. Mark had been quietly approving bonuses for a small group of employees. These bonuses were not performance-based. They were not transparent. Every single person receiving them had a personal connection to him. Old college friends, golf buddies, even a relative. Suddenly, all those rejected promotion requests made sense. All those excuses, all those delays. The company wasn't short on money. It was just being distributed unfairly. That night I barely slept. I kept replaying everything in my head. Part of me wanted to forget what I had seen, to delete the email and pretend nothing happened. But another part of me felt angry. Not just for myself, but for everyone who was being exploited without knowing it. The next morning, we had a company-wide meeting. Executives joined remotely. HR was present. Team leads filled the room. Mark stood at the front, confident as always. He began talking about values, about trust, about fairness. As he spoke, my heart started pounding. My hands felt cold. Something inside me snapped. Without planning it, without thinking about the consequences, I raised my hand. The room went silent. Mark looked at me and smiled, expecting a harmless question. He said I could speak. I asked why employees doing the same. Work were being paid drastically. Different salaries. The air changed instantly. Mark's smile faded. He tried to redirect the conversation, saying compensation discussions were inappropriate for that setting. But I didn't stop. I asked why certain people were receiving bonuses that others could never qualify for. A few people gasped. Someone whispered. HR looked confused. Mark's face turned red. I said that if integrity truly mattered, the rules should apply to everyone, including management. The meeting ended abruptly. No closing remarks, no explanations. People avoided eye contact with me as they left. Some quietly nodded in approval. Others looked at me like I had just committed a crime. Within an hour, HR called me into a private room. They asked how I accessed confidential information. I told them the truth. They told me I had violated company policy. I told them the company violated trust first. I was placed on suspension pending investigation. Mark stopped appearing in meetings. Whispers spread throughout the office. Some coworkers thanked me privately. Others blamed me for putting everyone's jobs at risk. 2 weeks later, HR contacted me again. They informed me that Mark had been terminated. Misuse of authority, conflict of interest, ethical violations. Hearing that felt like justice for a moment. Then they delivered the final blow. Due to restructuring, my position was being eliminated. No warnings, no negotiations, just a clean exit. I packed my desk into a small box. 4 years of loyalty reduced to a cardboard container. I sat in my car afterward, staring at the steering wheel, wondering if speaking up had been worth it. Months have passed since then. I found another job, better pay, healthier environment. But sometimes, I still think about that meeting, about the moment I raised my hand. Would I do it again? Yes, because silence only protects people in power, and sometimes doing the right thing costs you everything. So tell me, was I wrong for exposing my boss, or was this the price of telling the truth?